Hi, my name is Brandy Kelly. I go by Miss Brandy, and I am the modern dance teacher here at Classen SAS Middle School. And I also am a 2005 alumni of Classen SAS as a dance major.
Hello, my name is Camila Pennington Cook, also known as Miss P. I am one of the dance instructors at the high school, and I am a Classen alumni, class of 2007, as a dance major.
Hello, I am Erica Vasquez, known as Mrs. Vasquez, and I am the other dance director at the high school. I am an alumni of Classen SAS Dance Major, class of 2007.
Hi, my name's Serena Cheney. I go by Miss Serena. I am the ballet and tap teacher here at Classen School of Advanced Studies Middle School.
So the reason that we wanted to create this video for our families and for our students and really for the community just to have an idea of who we are as a program is just to break down a little bit of our vision statement. So you're going to get a lot of information as a family member or a student about our program at things like open house. You'll know a little bit about our programs, obviously through our syllabi, maybe even word of mouth. But it's important that we have this document to be able to showcase what our program's about, what we believe in, the goals for your students, and I think that will help kind of guide the process as being a student and a family member here at Classen SAS. The Classen School of Advanced Studies Dance Department provides academic and pre-professional training for students who wish to pursue their passion for dance in a professional environment. The dance department offers rigorous training in an array of dance styles needed to suit the 21st century dancer, including classical ballet and modern dance, jazz dance, and beyond. The program required courses are designed to give students an understanding and appreciation of dance, the choreographic process, dance history, an in-depth study of various dance techniques, production, and the craft of performing. Set in an encouraging atmosphere of cooperative learning and group process, students begin to identify and develop their artistic appreciation and personal creative voice. Through our rigorous and nurturing conservatory-like experience, students will explore a diverse dance experience that develops young performers into technically sound, artistically sensitive, and stylistically versatile professional dancers.
In the vision statement for the dance department, it does mention rigorous training several times. I'd like to just hit on our definition of rigorous training at Classen SAS dance departments. It starts with professionalism. It starts the moment you step into the studio. It starts with the way that you're dressed for class, how you enter the class, where you're putting your things, if you've put it all in your bag, how you are stretching before class, getting the bars out or spreading out, being ready and engaged for the teacher to come out and start class, rehearsing choreography or movement that you got corrected on the class before, reviewing that reflection journal, and just beginning class ready to work. And we go through class. Are you socializing during class? Are you crossing your arms? Are you yawning openly? You know, we're always aware, that student awareness of just how to take class, super important. We are pushing kids with experimenting with how far they can push their bodies in a safe way and also getting corrections that they need. We are constantly giving corrections and hoping that the students are taking those corrections home with them and thinking about them overnight. We are praising when it is due. We are giving them opportunities to work together in partners, in small groups, in large groups. We're working on choreography, and it's just a constant awareness of what you are doing to build yourself as a student at Classen. We are doing performances, we're doing community work, and that takes scheduling, that takes time management. They're keeping up with their core classes. And so all of these elements are what keeps, or is the definition of our rigorous training. It's just every day, 24/7, being a whole student and being aware of how to be a professional and gaining so much skill that you're going to need for the real world.
So at Classen SAS Middle School, we are so excited, as well as at the high school, to be able to offer a variety of styles for our students, really to meet that 21st century dancer need. Not only are we covering multiple techniques, but we are also covering within those techniques history, founders, both like past and present, and also just letting the students be able to experiment with where they sit in those styles. So I get the chance to teach modern dance. So within that, we are covering a variety of founders of modern dance from many different cultures and histories, as well as postmodern and into what we call now contemporary, or sort of a meshing of styles. I also cover a little bit of jazz technique in all of my spaces, and part of that also comes out of a bit of improvisational technique so that the students can experiment with how they like to move, and some of that also ends up kind of trickling into other styles that they do. It's really important for us that our students feel reflected in the curriculum that we offer. And part of that is putting people in front of them that are not just the Eurocentric people that are often featured in curriculum. So we're featuring many people of color, women, 2S LGBTQIA plus people in our curriculum. And that's super important for us because we want all of our students to feel represented and seen.
So I teach ballet and tap at the middle school. I'm going to cover ballet first just a little bit. At the middle school and the high school, we focus on the 5 major schools or techniques or schools of thought of ballet. We use a healthy mixture of every single style to give our students the best well-rounded ballet technique possible. We're including those fundamental skills, a lot of anatomy, a lot of dance history, and really giving them a lot of a good baseline technique for their ballet studies. Moving into tap, tap is a fairly new thing here at Classen. Our tap program is growing and I'm really excited about that. In tap class, we focus a lot not only on just the technique and the steps and the terminology, but really the history and where tap comes from, to pay respects to what tap dance is and why we still practice it today and how it's moving forward. And as well at the high school, students get the chance to learn flamenco dance from Miss Vasquez. So they get to continue that sort of percussive style that they learn in tap dance and see how that is different and also one and the same from tap to flamenco.
So part of being a Classen SAS dance student is learning all parts of dance. Knowledge of your history, current practices, and also having those real-world interactions with professionals in the field. And so we like for our dancers to learn as far back of dance history as we can go, in tap, ballet, sometimes hip-hop, in jazz, modern, everything. And we also love that our students get the chance to meet with real-world professionals. Every year, at the end of the year, we try to bring in as many guest artists as possible in different genres so that our students are seeing what it's really like to take classes with these real people in the real-world field. And so we do all different types of genres whenever they come, anything from African to hip-hop to tap, jazz, you name it, we bring them, and our kids get to fully immerse themselves in a new style. We love this because we mostly focus on ballet and modern and sometimes jazz and tap in our program. And whenever we get to give them a little something different, it builds our kids to have these other experiences with different instructors, to learn something new from somebody else, something that maybe we have said to them that hadn't clicked before. They hear from somebody else and it just really makes things like connect and really makes them put the puzzle pieces together. And another thing we love is in our classroom is kind of bringing those current practices that we're seeing other artists do. We kind of bring them into our practice in class. So we do lots of outside training for us so that we're still learning and we're still keeping up with current times so that our kids are getting the best of the best.
So the dancers that we are helping to foster here at our school are not only dance performers. We really hope to foster the idea that every dancer is also a creator. And part of that is getting to offer experiences where students get to prepare choreography, perhaps audition it, perhaps even audition people in it, maybe even a solo, and to be able to put that on a stage for an audience, which is a really special thing. And many of us didn't get the opportunity to do that till very much later in our dance career. So we want that to be something early on that we feature. And so one of those things is that we started to offer a couple of years ago something called the Winter Informal Choreography Show. So that is all student choreographed. There's a few faculty pieces in it, but it's predominantly student choreography. Anyone from being a 6th grader to a 12th grader is able to create for this show. And it has become something that the students are really looking forward to, prepping in the summer for even. And some of these, and many of these students really, are first-time choreographers creating. So they will get a faculty mentor. We come in before school, after school, sometimes during lunch, and those pieces are often worked on. And they're really getting that one-on-one mentorship that's very much a college prep situation, where most people don't offer that up until your senior year, maybe with the high school, or maybe in a college setting. So it's pretty special for our students.
One of the things that kind of gives those students a leg up or gets them prepared to audition or create their own choreography for Winter Informal is the choreographic work that we do in class. That is something that we pride ourselves in here at Classen, giving students the chance to create and develop and collaborate with not only with us, but with their fellow classmates as well. I know in my class, and speaking for Miss Brandy and the high school teachers as well, choreography is something that's very important, and not just creating choreography for the stage, but finding their own choreographic voice. And it's one of those things, the more you do it, the more comfortable you feel. So we try to incorporate it as much as possible. Personally, in my classes last year, that was their big end of the semester, both semesters, a big choreography project. First semester, we had a solo moment. Students got the chance to select their own music, and they were given stipulations and boundaries here and there, but get a chance to kind of find their own voice within that specific style. And second semester, we focused on not only working as individuals, but collaborating with classmates. So our second semester end of the year project was a short choreographic work that students created together. So it was very fun as their teacher to get to see them not only find their own voice, but collaborate and work with one another and make sacrifices, make compromises, and see how it is to work in a group versus as an individual.
In the dance department, we have our traditional performances that serve as ultimate goals for our students and our classes. Even those students who are taking a Dance 1 class just as an elective, they are getting the full experience of performing. Performing is a huge part of an entertainer's world. It brings the people together. It allows them to see the work that's being done in the classroom throughout all these months and hours and tears and blood and all these things. It serves as our fundraiser, and it's really important that our parents and families and community and friends and staff, I could go on, come to these shows and performances to support the arts and our students. These shows include a Winter Informal, a student choreography show that happens in December. This is a relatively new show that we've added, and students are allowed, encouraged to do self-choreographed pieces and audition them, and we choose them. We have a rubric that we base that on, and the students are working extremely hard, collaborating and putting in the rehearsal time, and we get to showcase that in a performance in December. We do a dance extravaganza. We've kept that name for many, many years. It is quite the tradition of a show, and we love that tradition, and it showcases all the dance classes, which I believe last year was beyond 20 numbers. So it is a absolutely amazing show. We heard so much positive feedback from the community, and we will keep that tradition alive as long as we're here. The last show that we will always have is a senior recital, and this is the ultimate production package. I teach this course where the seniors have worked from 6th through 12th grade as dance majors, learning all aspects of the production life, lighting, technical crews, programs, costuming, technical rehearsals, dress rehearsals, scheduling, and they're all coming together by themselves. It's completely student-led, and it is their final project as seniors. It is a capstone to earn your dance graduation cord, and it's just, we finally got to do one last year, and it was phenomenal. It was absolutely fantastic. We have many community engagements that we like to be a part of every year, as They're not always going to happen, but we try to be as part of as many as we can, such as our fall festival that we just started last year at the high school. It is a festival where all the VPA majors come together. Artwork is being sold, dance performances, piano performances, drama performances, vocal. I could go on with all 9 of our majors, all come together and serve the community with showcasing what we love to do and why we are Classen. We have a hip hop nutcracker that's put on by Race Collective, and we are part of that. Last year, the middle school did a fantastic job. We hope the high school will be a part of it this year. We do the Festival of the Arts, and that is just kind of our first exposure to the community of the next coming year. And so they kind of see what we've been working towards the whole year, and our dancers are just getting another opportunity to perform. So we do a lot of professional performances. The students are really learning a lot about flexibility, adaptability, and just kind of on the spot things that go wrong or go right in production life, and they've got to learn it on the fly. So we like that part of the professional rigorous training, and I hope to see everyone at all our performances this year.
So from 6th through 12th grade, we are clearly preparing students for a professional career in dance, but that also can look a million different ways. So not only are we preparing students to be performers and choreographers, but the production elements, the professional experiences that we offer, we hope that really that can broaden where a student thinks that they can go with this profession. And even if a student decides after they graduate to completely not be a part of dance or performance, what we do know is that our program is teaching a lot of skills that are needed to be a part of the 21st century work experience. So even if they decide that college is not for them, they will be able to understand what it feels like to be confident in their own body, to create healthy habits for themselves as a human being, to be able to be better at whatever jobs they are doing. It creates a sense of confidence. It creates a sense of discipline, self-discipline, and intrinsically motivated discipline. It also creates an ability for them to be organized, and I think most importantly, and I think you would agree with this, Ms. Serena, is it creates a sense of what it means to be a part of a community and function not only as an individualist, but also in a collective setting.
Classen SAS is such a special place. It is like no other school in Oklahoma City Public Schools. It is a place where students get to learn what a college and career readiness atmosphere looks like. It is a place where we I call it, get to play college. We are studying degree sheets and what those look like, and all those random classes that kids see to make this one bachelor's degree or make this one trade job, get a license for it. We're kind of looking at all those options, and I think we all, as the dance department teachers, want our students to experience a taste of all of those classes that they're going to have to experience after high school. And so we hope, and our goals and objectives are to add those into our technique classes. So it's not always just going to be technique class. We are going to offer, I'm going to give you an example. For a dance education degree, that may look like students doing teaching practicum and them leading a class and them looking what a lesson plan looks like and them having an objective to choreograph and teach a class of a certain genre that they may have never done before. It may be an anatomy physiology course and just a taste of what that looks like, those terminology and quizzes and exams. And another example is the history part, which we've mentioned before, is just knowing these people who have created dance for us and led the way, and the current people that are leading our way to the future of dance. It also includes going out and serving the community. You have to know the different audiences that you're going to experience and what you're going to do with those emotions that you get, or the things that could go wrong or the things that could go right. they're just experiencing so many things of the education part. And that's just one degree sheet that I'm talking about. This could be musical theater, this could be costuming and design, this could be lighting design, anything that the students are interested in the field of dance, where they're gonna start with us. This is the seed where they could branch out and really discover what they love to do and have a passion for their future. I think that getting to practice college and career life in the dance department sets our kids apart and will really have them have a better chance when it comes to auditioning. Our kids it'll be obvious that they are learning more than the average student and that they have that background knowledge of these elements. And I think that college professors, jobs, companies, anything that you can think of that has dance in it or entertainment in it will be really impressed to say, wow, these students know about these other things and not just technical ability. So we're really excited to start this new standard of really focusing on these degree sheets and these jobs and these careers that these students could have after high school, and really getting them the experience that they need to be successful and to be the best.
Miss Brandy, myself, and the high school dance teachers, yes, we are your dance teachers here at Classen, but we also have experience and training outside of Classen. At some point or another, most of us grew up taking studio dance or other outside training, and at some point in our lives, we have all been a part of that outside of Classen SAS. And we recognize that many of our students have outside training from a studio or another venue. And not only do we support that, we really encourage that. We believe that dance here at Classen, dance at studios, dance at outside training and other venues, it's very symbiotic, and we encourage as much training and experience to get as much real-world experience as possible.
We realize that we are just a piece of the puzzle that creates your students' experience within dance and the arts. And we really encourage open communication with both your student, your family, as well as the studios or the outside entities that your student is involved in. Many of the spaces that we share students with are pretty familiar with Classen SAS. It's been around for a long time, and so they know that we often have productions that occur throughout the year. It's really important for us that we give you those dates and as much information as possible early on so that you have that information to communicate with coaches or team leads or teachers that you have in other spaces. We're always open to also having those conversations, and also at the middle school, we're really big in teaching the students to have open conversation and dialogue with the adults that run the spaces that they have alongside their families. So it's important to us that we have continued open communication to continue to create happy and healthy students.
So when it comes to our leveling and placement that happens at the end of every year, our students and our parents may think that it only involves your physical wellness, your physical ability. And the truth is, we look at a lot of different competencies in dance to make sure you have them if you're ready for the next level. So yes, we are looking at your physical ability, but it includes so much more to teach the whole dancer instead of just one piece of what they have to offer. Adaptability and dedicated effort. Steps of study. Fundamentals of technique. Performance. Academic dance knowledge and assessment. Leadership and initiative. Professional skills and etiquette.
So if you're still watching this informational video, because we know we have much to say and honestly not even enough time to say it all, we appreciate you, and we just really hope that this gives a bit of information about our vision statement and really the all-encompassing idea of what we're trying to do here in our program. And we hope if you're watching as a current family, this kind of sparks some conversation or some clarity. And if you're a prospective family that's considering Classen, we hope that this gives you a bit of information about who we are and what we value here.